When I was 8 years old, my brother Elliott went missing. He was just 13. But you know how older siblings are. They have this aspirational quality to them. You look up to them. You want to be just like them. But one day, he just didn't come home. The police and volunteers looked for days. They searched everywhere. But they couldn't find a single trace of him. I was too young to truly understand the gravity of what was happening. So, I just sat in my room, playing with my Legos. Every single second, I was hoping for a knock on the door, a knock telling me that everything was going to be okay. There never was that kind of knock. They didn't find him. As days turned into weeks, the search parties eventually stopped. Everyone went home. But I couldn't, even after everyone gave up. I was still out there looking for him. I'd take the longest road home from school. I'd walk down hidden paths I hadn't checked before. In my pocket, I kept a crumpled up map with messy circles drawn around the places I knew he liked. I was hell-bent on checking every single one of them because people don't just disappear, and it doesn't work like that. But after a while, there were no places left to check, no circles left to draw. And Elliott was still gone. The last thing he ever said to me was, "Later, Gator." I don't think you ever truly come to terms with something like that. Once you run into an impossible question, you start looking for answers in everything. Growing up, I got obsessed with puzzles and brain teasers. Not because it was fun, but because leaving an unsolved mystery gave me this immense, suffocating sense of dread. I became a top student, a fierce contender in the debate club, again, not because I enjoyed it, but because I absolutely hated not knowing. When I got a little older, I started volunteering for search and rescue parties. I made sure the local law enforcement knew my name. I told them I'd gladly volunteer for any case, anytime. I figured if I couldn't find Elliott, perhaps finding someone else's missing sister or brother was the second best thing. At the very least, it helped me sleep at night. I know there are a lot of people who say get over it, but you can only get over so much. I'm in my early 30s now. You can forget a face. You can forget the hopes you had growing up. But you can never forget the impact they had on you. You can't forget the damage those years of uncertainty leave behind. Even if I never hear the name Elliott again, I can never forget the feeling of having the trajectory of my life take a sudden, violent left turn.